Prepare yourselves for battle, heroes.
Vecchi's is better, I agree. Welcome into our Division A matchup here in the Nexus Gaming Series. My name is Bahamut. On the left-hand side, we're going to be seeing Came From Behind with a Huckett Kael'thas, Hustler ETC, Mojo will be your Zool, Greek Freezer, I believe is how you say their name, will be the Stukov, and Top Gun Imperius. Over on the right-hand side, Winter is coming. We have a Drevis on the Tychus. Jason will be your Sonya. Pat on the Rhaegar. Google me Dahaka, and press forward Muradin. Google me, thank you for the follow and the sub while I was off stream. I got your DM, and absolutely, bud. Thank you for the DM and the request. Very polite of you. Also, thank you for your Prime Gaming. That was also very nice. You did not have to do that, but I do appreciate it greatly. We do have a Twitch prediction going on right now for how many regeneration globes Kael'thas will pick up by the end of the game. If you know the results, bet. If you don't know the results, bet. Drag from Dahaka connecting onto Mojo, trying to back away right now. The overkill from the Tychus is activated. There's going to be a charge in from Imperius, but it's not going to be enough to save the Tychus. Top Gun won't be able to save Zool, and First Blood does go over to the side of Winter is coming. Welcome to the Danger Zone. We've got fun in games. I agree. Yes, yes. Oh, what? Dahaka died? Say what? I was not anticipating a Dahaka death there. Low blow from Stukov. In the end, we'll find the last little bit of damage, and we get into our double circ rotation. From top to mid, Sonya's going to be picking up the Warpaint level 1. We'll also be seeing Backlash on Zool, Proc Rock ETC. Of course, we mentioned the regeneration globes for Kael'thas. Top lane Google me getting caught by the enemies, and unfortunately, that'll be another Dahaka death. If you don't bet, bet. Exactly. As I always say, even if your country doesn't allow betting, +0 and -0 are very important. First Punisher, Frozen in the mid lane, will be coming up in about a minute. We'll have ETC and friends finish out this camp. Another globe for Kael'thas. We'll also be seeing Zool push up a wave into the top lane fort front gate. Get some pretty decent siege there. Dahaka has been bullied a little bit. And looks like this Dahaka won't have brush stock available to get back into the top lane. Not for another 29 seconds. So has to meander there manually meandering into top lane. Oh, ETC power sliding in and trying to invade the camp. That's a Celestial Charge from Top Gun. Big Flame Strike from Kael'thas. The Living Bomb as well. Jason trying not to spread that Living Bomb to the allies around. Low, a couple hundred HP, not even. Drevis gets hit with another Celestial Charge from the Imperius right now. And Tychus does go down. Press forward trying to back away. Gets the Dwarf Toss out of the engagement. And a 3-1 in kills favoring the side of Came From Behind. Baha never watches the offlane. That's me. That's me. You know it. ETC finding a power slide into the Celestial Charge. Press forward underneath that lurking arm, trying to get out so they can Dwarf Toss away. And Muradin has to recall for full. Doesn't look like he's going to let the trait kick in. Did not go into third win level 1. It's going to be the block stacks for our Muradin as it's 9 regeneration globes for ETC and Kael'thas. No in the rhythm Tychus level 7, or level 4, sorry. He's going to go the bigger they are. Dahaka with 1 stack of enhanced agility. I think you might need to go ask a specific community about that one, Kaimo. I don't think I have an answer for you. 7s are almost here on both sides. We're going to be seeing our first objective phase up and available. The vast majority of the Skeleton Defenders rising rapidly for Came From Behind. Winter is coming, looking to position to get into this. We do have Dahaka pushing up a wave in top lane. Or at least clearing out. Yeah, no, he's pushing up his wave and also clearing out the enemy side. Fallen Shaman. 26 out of 40. ETC power slides, finds the Tychus, activates that minigun, trying to get some damage onto Hustler here. Press forward, needing to back away, throws a Stormbolt back. I don't think anyone got hit by that CC. And it does look like first objective phase will go over to the side of Came From Behind as a root from Zool zones Sonya. She throws out the spear, but no connection to be found. Celestial Charge over the wall does find the Sonya. She's got the Whirlwind activated. Did go into the Hurricane and Life Funnel at 4 and 7. And Tychus actually going to be taking the Relentless Soldier. Punisher jumps over the wall. Murden eats a lot of the damage. The Celestial Charge to follow that up. The power slide from the ETC as well. The face melt to push people around. Dahak on the left-hand side trying to find a way into this engagement, looking for some sort of CC, but unfortunately won't be able to do much and has to just kind of walk over. No, actually, Dahak is just going to brush talk to top lane to deal with Zool. As another Celestial Charge comes out, the low blow from Stukov is pretty good, and the Kael'thas Burst will find the kill. And over here in top lane, as I mentioned, Google Me had to brush talk into top to deal with Mojo Zool. And our first objective is looking extremely promising for the side of Came From Behind, as they will be able to take down or mid lane fort. It's 5-1 in kills, and it seems like this series is just rolling in favor of Came From Behind. But it's a best of 5 series here in the Nexus Gaming series. We're in the tournament phase of the season 18. I believe it's season 18. Gosh. I'm casting NGS in season 2. Alright, well, bottom lane will be opened up a little bit. Next objective is not teased on the minimap where it's going to be. Top or bottom, it's going to be in the bottom lane, so this early siege in the bottom is huge. The power slide into the Celestial Charge, Gravity Lapse, as well as the low blow from Stukov. And it seems like nothing can be done from these single target deletions, or nothing can be done about these single target deletions coming out from Came From Behind, as they will be able to get 10 talents here. Angelic Armament. What else are we gonna get? Celestial Charge into a Lurking Arm from Stukov. There's a Phoenix picked up by Kael'thas and thrown out here. Skeletal Mage Zool, Flailing Swipe Stukov, and ETC. I assume it's gonna be Mosh Pit, but could see Stage Dive. Yo, Slayer, what's up, bud? Happy Tuesday to you. Halloween week, everybody! An exciting Halloween week is upon us. If you're a real Hotscaster, you would know which talent in-game has the absolute lowest pick rate. Scouting Drone Malfurion. Sprint on Kerrigan. These are all real talents that these characters used to have, if you did not know. There used to be a talent called Sprint for Kerrigan. Sprint. Maybe Falstad Shock and Awe? No, that was probably pretty popular when it was actually a thing. Do you remember when HOTS came out, chat? And you had to get to certain levels to unlock other talents at talent tiers? Do you remember that? Like, if you played as Raynor, you could only take one talent at a talent tier. And as you played him and leveled him up, then you could take other talents. You guys remember that? That was a thing for a little bit. Rag Hammer? You mean Sulfurous Smash? That's actually, I mean, single target dive compositions with like a Tyrael, Sulfurous Smash is definitely a thing. Lava Wave is really good, don't get me wrong, but there are some compositions that use the smash, and it is pretty effective. Gravity Lapse, there's a stage dive from ETC. I was anticipating a mosh pit, but either way, it looks like there are 2 mid interrupts available. Drag from Dahak on the left-hand side. Zool trying to back away as the flailing swipes from Greek Freezer do zone people back for a moment. A Celestial Charge, the Angelic Armament is thrown out as well. Press forward, able to get the Dwarf Toss away. A power slide from ETC. And Sonya continues to whirlwind around. By the way, for heroics on the right side, we didn't talk about those. Commandeer Odin, Leap Sonya, Ancestral Healing, Isolation, and Muradin with the Avatar. God, I just blanked on the name of the ability there for a second or two. I thought Falstad had like Kugel Blitz or something. Did he? I just remember Shock and Awe. I vaguely remember the Kugel Blitz. Isn't that the upgrade? Wait, isn't that the upgrade name for Tassidar's Black Hole now? Isn't that the Black Hole level 20 now? What's up, Last? Thanks for the cast. Welcome. Alrighty, well. Focusing back in on our game here, we've got our Punisher up and available for the side of Came From Behind. We will see Winters coming with a pickup of this top lane fort. And we'll be seeing some hearts coming out from them as this Punisher for Arcane in the bottom lane with 2 catapults move into the keep front gate range at 100% HP. So, our ETC and friends will start working on the keep front gate. This is going to be our Punisher pushing in. Hold a little bit towards the mid area between top and bottom. Kind of awkward right there. Stukov does go down. The Punisher really not sure of where it wants to siege in. The Ancestor Healing going out from Rhaegar. The stage dive in from ETC. Power slides through a few enemies. The Celestial Charge from Top Gun, but I don't think Imperius is going to be able to live here. Kael'thas throws down some Flame Strikes. What the heck in butts? Top Gun is going to be able to live and take down the Rhaegar. Does finally get picked off at the end of this engagement. Punisher will expire. There's 1 minion still on the keep right there. Impaler Camp moving in as well. This might actually take down the keep unless they rotate back for this. And looks like Dahaka is brush-talking out already. Tychus is going to have to double back, but the damage, it shouldn't be enough. If you are wondering, the keep currently sits on 1,360 HP. Black Hole upgrade is Leinenkugel. I did that on the airplane when I was on my way back to Michigan. I meant to ask for a Lagunitas, but I kept saying Leinenkugel. And the woman on the airplane kept looking at me like I was insane. And I was like, yeah, I just want a Leinenkugel. And she was like, a what? And I was like, a Leinenkugel. It's one of the beers on the menu. And she just like stared at me and I was like, oh, no, a Lagunitas. Leap from Sonya confirms the kill onto this Stukov with the help of Tychus, it seems. We will be having our ETC getting low. Muradin falling on the left side. Angelic Armament used by our Imperius. Power slide through a few enemies. Hustler trying to get away here. Nice little face melt. Does have that level 13 encore for the extra boombox. Backlash activated on top of Jason. Celestial Charge connecting. Stunned. Power slid, and that'll be Sonya going down as well as the earlier Muradin. Stukov about to respawn. Mortar Punisher should be up soon. What's up, Fatty Light? Or Fratty Light, sorry. Sorry about that. Misread your name there. I was like, oh yeah, it's like an oxymoron name. Apologies. Top lane fort does go down. Mortar Punisher soon for the mid lane. And let's take a look here. The mid lane fort, or the keep front gate has been damaged a little bit. Bottom lane still sitting on like that 1,300 something HP. 26 regeneration globes for our Kael'thas as we are at 17 to 16 in our levels, 10 to 6 in kills. Muradin able to dwarf toss away. This will be our siege camp on the right. Stolen, I do believe. Yep. We got our Scythe build from our Zool here. The Curse Strike build. Can't technically call it blue build because they did see a red tone at level 1, but you know what I mean. It's going to be Curse Strike build for the Zool. Bottom lane seems like the priority. Unfortunately, the enemy team is wise to this and starts zoning right at the keep front gate area. Gravity Blast from Kael'thas. Power slide from the ETC. A Celestial Charge to follow that up. The Ancestor Healing goes out onto Jason as the Flailing Swipe zone Muradin to the left side of the engagement. A stage dive from ETC doesn't find anything. So we will be having a spin from Sonya on top of so many enemies. That's going to be interrupted by a Celestial Charge of the Imperius. And the Skeletal Mage is summoned by Zool. Nexus forces take down the Rhaegar. Zool does find the kill into Sonya. Dahaka trying to back away, and he will be able to meander out of this engagement. He shall maneuver his way out of this engagement, and a double kill. They're calling for core on the side of Came From Behind. They could just back off and go for objective here, but 20 seconds on Sonya, 22 on Rhaegar. Odin's been summoned. If they can get a kill onto this Muradin on the left-hand side of our screen, that'd be huge, and absolutely. Single target deletion from Came From Behind, and this composition is just devastatingly well put together. A little bit of a split on the engagement, but Top Gun is just able to run down this Dahaka. Stabby Daddy living up to his name as Sonya Rhaegar will respawn, but of course there's another double kill to be had. Flailing Swipes coming out from Stukov. Pat on the left-hand side, trying to find a way to engage with Sonya. Leap is available. She's going to leap in, finding 2 targets. Rhaegar, will he lunge in to bite the face of somebody? It's going to be Kael'thas who activates the Arcane Barrier. Jason on that Sonya does go down, and now Rhaegar just runs on out of this as the Impaler and the Catapult have arrived at this core. But it is going to be the members of Came From Behind with a dominant map number 1 in this best of 5 series here in the Nexus Gaming Series Division A matchup in our playoff phase. The best build in all of HOTS is Owl build. Yes, as long as you land all the owls too. All right, well. Kael'thas had 39 or less. He had 35 regeneration globes. Doubters get paid out. Doubter gets paid out. Oh, welcome back, everybody, into the Nexus Gaming Series Division A. On the left-hand side, in our best of 5 series, we have got Came From Behind with a Huckett Tychus, Greek Freezer, Stukov, Top Gun Uther, Mojo Zool, and Hustler on your Kale Thuzad. I need a sultry Baja voice to tell me. Oh, my voice is not very sultry. It's very Midwestern. Right side of the map is going to be Winter is Coming. Just like how winter's coming up here in the mountains. It literally snowed last night. Jason Greymane, Pat on your Rhaegar, Google me Nazebo, Drevis will be your Dahaka, and press forward Stitches. Twitch prediction! For all of you amazing humans at home, how many baseline stacks for Nazebo? Will he have 200 more, 199 less? It doesn't matter. If he takes the Vile Infection at 20, it just matters how many stacks he has. Heck, he could take that level 20 where you spend stacks to get self-cleansing, essentially. But, whoa, Top Gun, what the butts? Okay, if that hook connected on the Top Gun, I think that would have been a kill. Yikes. I'm not 100% sure about that rotation right there from Top Gun, but it doesn't die. Some early chains going out from Kale Thuzad. 5 stacks on Master of the Cold Dark already. At the 15 mark, he gets the Glacial Spike. And at 30, gets the 75 spell power, sorry. Baha should read to us. I did that literally last Friday when I read like 10-15 minutes of Resident Evil lore on stream. And then the one person who comes by for my Resident Evil streams, only for Resident Evil streams, then corrected me, but then they were wrong. But then they sat there in chat proving how they were right even though they were wrong, because Twitch chat can't just ever admit when they're wrong. Siege Camp on the left will be grabbed. Siege Camp on the right will be grabbed as well. Nazebo continuing to work on his stackages. Does have Things of the Deep level 1, so does get the 20% range increase on basic abilities. You get 5% spell power increase at 50 stacks and another 5, so 10% total at 100 stacks. What else do we got to note here? Tychus level 1 is going to be going into the dash, so increase your range of running gun by 50% while in cast to increase Tychus' movement speed by 20% for 2.5 seconds. Not a very common level 1. Typically, it's going to be quarterback level 1 or press the advantage, depending on what sort of enemies are on the enemies on the enemy side. Yeah, there you go. But depending on the enemies you're up against, sometimes press the advantage for that. Little extra range is nice. Meanwhile, Kael'thas lands a nice combo. A cleanse onto Jason from Rhaegar. A lurking arm did go down from Greek Freezer, and that low blow could have been deadly for Jason on the Greymane. No kill to be found. 0-0 right now, but Kael'thas continues to land stack after stack. Does pick up his 15th right there. A huge chain heal onto press forward. No level 4 upgrade. It's actually the healing totem, so there's no... Oh, I'm blank. It's not Earth-Living Enchantment. Or is it? Now I'm doubting myself. It's one of those days. It's one of those days, chat. Earth-Living Enchantment. Yep, there it is. I juked myself mentally.
All right, lads and lassies. Keep our prison camp from being captured and get our soldiers...
You missed it. Do it again. I'm really bad at reading out loud. I'm really bad at it. All right. We got a lot of stackages. Oh my god. Master Assassin. We have our Hammer the Lightbringer for Uther on 65. Probably around 70-ish stacks almost. 67 stacks, actually, at the end of that camp. 16 Master of the Cold Dark stacks for our Kel'Thuzad. 3 out of 15 for the Phylactery, or 12, actually. Oh boy, 39 baseline for our Nazebo. Of course, that means Things of the Deep's on 39 as well. 1 stack on Enhanced Agility as we roll into level 7s, favoring the side of Came From Behind. Uther's done with Hammer the Lightbringer. He also did go into the Pursuit of Justice level 4, but big thing now that the reward is done, basic attacks reduce the cooldown of Hammer of Justice by 1.5 seconds. And that's just basic attacks. That's just, you smack and you get these stacks. Big chains from Kel'Thuzad. Must have the chain hack on. I swear, when I play Kel'Thuzad, my chains are like half that distance. I swear. There's like some secret code that Kel'Thuzad players have. They input it in the loading screen and their chains go like double distance. It really does feel like that though when you play Kel'Thuzad, at least for me. A stun onto Google Me from the Uther. We do have Nazebo going into the Blood Ritual, so takedowns increase the Voodoo Ritual by 3, so a little extra stackage if they can find kills. A hook into Kel'Thuzad. Mr. Hustler trying to back away. There's going to be a Lurking Arm. Chains going out from Kel'Thuzad. Essence activated by Dahaka. And no kill onto the Dino. I think ping affects Kel'Thuzad chains more than anything else. Oh, no, I'm memeing last. I'm completely memeing it if that wasn't clear. Level 10s are almost here. We do have Greek taking a couple tower shots. Huckett able to dash away. Zombie wall from Nazebo. Block Stitches from stepping out. Well, let's go ahead and cycle through the other numbers. We can check on all these questing talents in a little bit. Right now, let's take a look at the damage, healing, experience. And objective phase will be finished out. Another hook. This onto Kel'Thuzad. No Gorge to follow that up. Uh-oh. Kel'Thuzad returning the chains into press forward, but it looks like the Stitches is going to be able to back away just fine. Healing Totem down from our Rhaegar as well. And we'll wait and see what our 10s are going to be as we do have our objective phase moving into all 3 lanes. Zool's already pushing up and top and has managed to take down the fort front gate at some point here. Some Curse Strike activation. Pretty much just ignoring the Dahaka here. Jailers, I believe level 4 is finished out. What does Mojo want to do with this? I think he just mostly wants to focus onto the fort. Dahaka, though, with Dark Swarm active, is able to clear things away. Taking a peek over into mid lane, Kel'Thuzad lands some chains onto press forward, but no pull onto the enemy. Frost Nova goes out as well. Peeking into bottom. Odin has been summoned as the 10 talent here is on the left-hand side. And this will be sieging through the fort front gate onto the fort. Stitches with a couple auto attacks in. Zool still focusing onto the wave and the fort here in top lane. The summons will be able to tank a couple tower shots. That creates a little bit of space for Zool and also for the mini wave to arrive. And that mini wave should confirm the fort. I don't think Dahaka can save this. So overall, it's nearly a triple fort phase from the side of Came From Behind as a hook. Gorge onto Tychus. Uh-oh, that was a little awkward. Anyways, Odin, Massive Shove, Divine Storm for the Uther, Zool holding level 10, and Shadow Fissure on our Kel'Thuzad, who's got 24 of the 30 Master of the Cold Dark stacks. On the opposing side, Gargantuan, Isolation, Ancestral, Go for the Throat, and Gorge. I don't know why I said that so weird, but I did. Our Siege Camp grabbed on the left, Siege Camp already grabbed on the right. We're going to wait for our next objective on the north side of the map, probably in a minute 30 or so. Boss grab for top. Nazebo stackage, by the way, at 76 for our believers or doubters. Okay. I mean, he does have Dead Rush level 7. That was just an interesting zombie wall use right there. I think it was mostly like, okay, the enemy probably knows we've just headed to boss, so Nazebo threw the zombie wall down with the Dead Rush for the dismount. That's the logic that I can throw at it. It just seemed kind of weird being just chucked out like that. But I think I see what Nazeebo was trying to do. A drag from Dahaka, but an immediate cleanse from Uther. I don't think the drag would have connected, but still, good timing from Top Gun there. Tychus may be caught in the rotation. No, he won't be. Okay. Oh, a hook. I heard the hook go up, but no connection onto the enemy, and this will be a Greymane and Dahaka clearing out mid with the help of Rhaegar. Uh-oh, that's a totem down, a slam as well. The body blocks are in place. The drag from Dahaka. Greymane lunges in. And we did see the Shackler activation, but it's not going to stop that death from happening. 1-to-1 in kills, and Stitches now has that 40% range increase from the level 13 and immediately finds Stukov with that extra range. Divine Storm from Uther is huge here. Kael'Thuzad gets a Shadow Fissure reset. The Ancestor Healing goes out on to press forward. And Greymane's the one to go down this engagement. We'll see a hook inside the zombie wall. The spiders go out. The lurking arm from our Stukov here. We do have Nazeebo getting more stacks on that level 4 from these kills, and he does get his 100 stacks with the extra spell power. A hook onto Huckett, and things have just gone absolutely sideways for the members of Came From Behind. Yeah, they got the Greymane kill, but they lost 3. You might be like, wait, what do you mean? There's only 2 death timers. Phylactery stacks were used by Kael'Thuzad. He bought back in so he can try and defend around the objective. Shadow Fissure doesn't get a reset underneath that ice block, but that's going to be a flank from Uther. Nazeebo does go down. Stitch is trying to sustain here. Mojo with the skeletal mages as well, and press forward does go down. Dahaka uses his burrow for a second. Doesn't have lurker strain value. Taps the bush. And he'll try and delay out the objective. Stun from Uther, but the Dark Swarm was active. Lands the drag as well. Uther getting chunked a little bit, but the healing pathogen comes through. A stun into Drevis. Zul went cold men. No, cold men. Nice burrow right there from Dahaka. Avoids the chain from connecting. 107 stacks are on Nazeebo currently. Mojo does have those Echoes of Death, so we'll probably see Spectral Sights at 13, 16, and 20 with the Decrepify and all that good stuff in Mortal Wound. Yeah, I think Decrepify 16 and Mortal Wound level 20 as the hook goes out, but no pull on to this Kael'Thuzad. Press forward. Bopped by a grenade, also zoned by a Shadow Fissure. But it looks like Pat should have the channel, and this will be objective phase stalled with 13 seconds left to go. A drag from Dahaka does find the Uther immediately. They're going to try and capitalize on top of this. Top Gun is getting low. There's a hook from Stitches. The Divine Storm's activated. Chains from Kael'Thuzad do find Stitches, but nothing else. The go for the throat makes a nice guttural roll. Cleanse from Rhaegar, a hook onto this Zul, who does activate that Shackler. Dark Swarm into, oh my god, that Nazeebo zombie wall is absolutely massive, and that's going to be our Zul going down. Rhaegar does get traded, but Tychus picked off as well. A hook goes right between Stukov and Kael'Thuzad. I thought they actually had the pull there, but none to be displaced. It's 7-5 in kills, and it is a experience advantage to the side of Came From Behind. Well, there used to be an experience advantage, and I think that's dwindling. Level 16's here. Ring of Poison makes sense. We've been seeing a lot of Zombie Walls trap enemy heroes. Stitch is left around the objective phase. 3 stacks on Master Assassin. Uther, of course, is done with his level 1. Zul done with level 4. Phylactery stacks on 5 out of 12. Master of the Cold Dark is completed. 127 for Nazeebo on his baseline. Actually, a little bit more than that as he picks up the minion wave through mid. 131 for the Twitch believers or doubters. And this will be our first objective to the right side squad. What kind of value can they find here? Dahaga's already pushing up onto the fort in top lane. He's going to brush Duck down to bottom. Okay, it looks like the minion wave down here is pretty big as well. There's a flank from Stitches on the top left of our screen. He'll be rooted by Zul, blown up by Tychus. Not too sure about that flank with no allies around, but Zombie Wall finds Huckett. Our objective phase will push in through lanes. Top lane looks like Zul's come up here to clear things out. Dahaka's managed to push up the bottom lane. And mid seems to be managed quite well. Another zombie wall down from Nazebo. Can't find anyone. The Gargantuan on the wave as well. And this will be mid objective, finding little to no value. Dahaka pushes the objective onto this bottom fort, and that will confirm the structure in said lane. Stitch is dead for 15 seconds. Another good zombie wall from our Nazebo. And Zool manages to clear things out on top. By the way, if you don't know, Ring of Poison. Zombie wall lasts 1 second longer, and the center is filled with poison that deals a total of 621 damage over 4 seconds. This damage starts small and increases over the duration.
It will take more than that to stop the Frostwolf clan.
Oh, wait. Zool on top. The Earth Grasp Totem, level 16, to slow down the Zool. A drag attempted. The isolation feels a little unnecessary, but you know what? They wanted the kill, and they will confirm it. Press forward, chilling in the bush. That hook is absolutely awesome on Huckett, but the zombie wall will not be able to lock him in place. We do have a massive shove from Stukov pushing back. There's going to be a Shadow Fissure as well as a Frost Nova. A lot thrown down on the ground, and drag from Dahaka finds the Tychus Top Gun so very low, and Greymane gets the auto attack kill. Tychus goes down as well. A Gorge onto Stukov. Zombie Wall finds the ally, but Rhaegar lunges out and gets the bite into the face of Stukov. A triple kill, actually a quadra kill in total. Azul did get picked off earlier. That will be our Nazebo taking down top fort, and boss is up and available here. Tychus is such a criminal. You should go to jail. You can't just throw grenades at people. That's true. That's true. Apologies. Apparently there was an invade into the camp. I thought it was safe to drink some tea and read chat for a moment while the boss was grabbed, but not the case. Kel'Thuzad gets picked off. 13-6 favoring the side of Winter is Coming, as they had a rough go on map number 1, but seemingly have woken up for map number 2 in this best of 5 series in the Nexus Gaming Series Division A. So respawns. Kel'Thuzad is also... Oh my god, that's also tilting. Kel'Thuzad is 1 stack away from phylactery buyback. But I guess that's not too bad. He can pick up a regen globe when he respawns, then he'll have that available. But this is looking like most of the objective phase should get channeled for free by the members of Winter is Coming. But no, they want to focus on the mid lane fort, and I don't blame them. Look at the damage onto this bad boy here. Yeehaw, partner. 173 stacks from Nazebo. Did go Vial Infection level 20. Picks it up just now. Really good time. By the way, really good timing from the Nazebo player. Not far off from getting that objective, or getting the level 20 filled out. But for the Twitch predictors, only 24 to go for those believers. Boss in bottom lane pushing up. 20 will be here in just a moment on the left side. Hook goes fishing. Dahaka goes fishing as well. Lands onto... Hungry Stitches. Divine Storm comes out from the Uther. Hustler looking to get some burst damage and resets on those Shadow Fishes, but that's going to be Top Gun going down first. The follow-up onto the Zool. It is going to be a Redemption Uther level 20, so he will respawn. Looking to see where he is on the mini-map, or on the map, and he's actually able to respawn by the keep right there. Objective phase, 20 seconds to go. Looks like this will be Winter is Coming grabbing this. GG. What? No, the game's still going. Double stun from Uther. One onto Stitches, one onto Nazebo. Doesn't seem like it matters too much. The Hawker brush stalking in. We will be seeing our objective phase finishing out here. A hook goes out from press forward, but no one to be found with that. Okay. We will, by the way, see the Mortal Wound. No Decrepify level 13. It's going to be the Weaken instead. We have the big red button for the Odin. Super Strain with the top off, 1620. As well as, we have the Shadow Fissure upgrade level 20. Hold on 1 second. Stun from Uther. Google me trying to back away. Frost Nova does get a little... Oh my god, dear lord, the damage onto Nazebo. Hungry Stitches does things. I don't care for Hungry Stitches level 20. I have struggled to see or even find value with this 20 for Stitches. I feel like Master Hooker or Gas Bag I don't think that's the right level 20, but it's the trade upgrade on 20 I think can be good too. Shambling Horror. I don't know, just Hungry Stitches just kind of... For 4 seconds after using Gorge, Stitches can teleport a short distance to an additional target and gorge them. Enemies are slowed by 75% for 1 second after Gorge ends. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know.
See that, Bandar? That's how real warriors fight.
They use Hungry Stitches to set up a big isolation, earn them the objective which they squandered. So they didn't get any value then. It's just, I still, it's really good with Nazebo. Is it? Because it's not like you spit all the targets out at once inside. You slowly spit them out as you've gathered them. So, like, I don't know. It's just, I struggle to find and see value from this. In so many of the games I've casted and played and watched and this and that, I really just, I really struggle to see Stitches players get value with Hungry Stitches. I really do. Like, Master Hooker just seems like such a better option through and through.
More of our soldiers have been taken prisoner.
Yo, what's up, Lard? Good to see you, bud. $206 stacks currently for our Nazebo. Believers can feel pretty happy about that one. Our next objective phase is here in 10 seconds. Should be 50 seconds of channel time needed for jailers to defend. Skeletal Mages dismount. Nazebo throws down a zombie wall, activates the ice block after the chains connect so Kel'Thuzad can't find the combo.
What the Stormpipe Guard can do.
Ahoy, fellow flesh bag. Yeah, the AI is really not good at proving that they're human yet, huh? Camp to be grabbed on the right side as well. We'll see our Zool pushing up top lane, just trying to at least push back the waves, find an opening here. Stitches will just step up and clear the wave. I think they were going to try and dive into Zool, but they find themselves a Tychus who gets deleted. Divine Storm from the Uther that got gorged. We have Mojo in that as well. Currently stun onto Greymane, who immediately gets cleansed away. That's cleansed away by Rhaegar. Lunges in, finds the kill. Drevis on the left-hand side is getting some damage onto the Stukov. Keep in mind, the Uther's about to respawn as well. Kel'Thuzad does go down to Nebo on the right side of this top lane engagement. But all in all, it is going to be a triple kill? Quadra kill, realistically, because Phylactery was used by Kel'Thuzad and Redemption used by Uther. And actually take a look here. There's going to be, yeah, 162 seconds left on Redemption timer. Uh-oh, wait a minute. Stun, chains, into the Rhaegar, big burst damage. The Ancestor healing, does the Farseer Blessing splash to Rhaegar? No, but Kel'Thuzad will go down. And it does say he has Phylactery, but he had 0, so he's not going to get the respawn. He's actually 59 seconds right there. Greymane rolls in. The slam from Stitches is pretty good. Uther won't have a Redemption to respawn this time. He's got some Ghost Heals and some armor for Freezer, and I don't know if they're going to be able to get the kill onto the Stukov. The Healing Pathogen set, and he's fine. Stukov able to back away. Big red button from Huckett. Trying to clear out the wave and poke onto the enemies here, but it doesn't seem like it matters. Mid lane keep does go down. Nazebo summons the Gargantuan for bottom lane. Top lane wave is pretty promising as well. Yeah, not that promising, but a double keep has gone down. The members of Winter is coming, looking to make this a 1-1 best-of-5 series. We'll see if they're able to do that here, but they've got a promising engagement. There's going to be a Gorge onto one target. Mojo gets the activation of that Shackler. A hook goes out, only finding a minion. Jason trying to roll away to disengage. The Skeletal Mage is used as well. There's going to be a Bone Prison on to press forward. Locked in place. That's going to be big burst damage, and Stitches does go down. Mid lane camp is going to crash to core, but I don't think it matters. Kel'Thuzad's here to clear things away. Hungry triple kill? What? The triple kill happened like 30 seconds after Hungry Stitches. That had minimal to do with the actual kills in that top lane engagement. Dahaka brush stalks into bottom lane to push things up. This is going to be mid lane wave cleared out. An 11 kill difference favoring the members of Winter is coming, as they will not be able to get any value out of mid. Dahaka pushes up bottom, with Stitches dead for the next 20 seconds. It seems like this objective phase will get minimal to no value. It pushes up the waves, which is value, but it's not going to get any structural damage. Dahaka does, I mean, there's a decent wave in bottom, but it's not like it's going to win the game. So, with 160 stacks on Nazeebo, we'll be seeing bottom lane boss as the next play for Winter is coming. Stitches has respawned. We'll join into the allies here in a moment. As I mentioned, the objective will make it to core, but that doesn't really matter here on this map, since Vandar will head to the center of the map and start healing up to full. In bottom lane, though. In bottom lane. Virulent reaction onto the Dahaka. Cleanse from Rhaegar. No level 7 purification. So 60-second cooldown. Healing pathogens spread around from Stukov as well. Topping off all the allies. There's a stun. Second stun from Uther. Change from Kel'Thuzad. The Divine Storm as well. And the Ancestral gets no connection in time. Isolation flank. It's a double splash onto Stukov as well as that Uther. And Uther with 200-something HP is just trying to run on out of here. That Pursuit of Justice level 4 providing great movement speed augment, but Dahaka just runs them down. Uther does have that golden swirl, so that's going to be his respawn in just a moment. So technically, it's 2 for 2, but Uther's back, and that's going to be Dahaka taking flight. Top lane wave with the Reaver minions pushing up. If you did not know, Reaver minions have 50 physical armor. That's why they tank so much damage. They don't deal any extra damage to structures, unlike like catapults or even minions. So you can actually see here is the breakdown. So damage versus structures versus basic attack damage is 170, 170, but you have that 50 physical armor. By comparison, you can actually look at like melee minions, 74, range minions, 156, baseline 52 on that. Range minions are the heavier siegers stat-wise. As we have bosses traded for top and bottom. Top boss could confirm the last keep in this top lane, down to a little bit below 50% of its HP. Just a little bit under 50%. So we'll step into top lane, but he won't be able to invade onto this boss or anything like that. So as I mentioned, bosses traded. We have mid lane wave crashing onto Vandar. Stukov seems to be picking up the experience in the rotation by. Objective phase, I believe this is the number 4 or 5. Probably 5, actually, at this point in the game. 25 minutes in. Almost 26 minutes. Yo, Skulfy, what's up, bud? Ten stacks on Master Assassin. And our top lane boss, can it get the keep? Can it get the keep? It's gonna be close! It's gonna be so close! One more auto! No. 506 HP. 506. Stitches goes fishing for an enemy. Zombie wall down from Nazeebo. Splits. There's gonna be a drag from Dahaka. I think there was. Odin was also summoned as well. Skeletal mages come out from our Zool. There's going to be a gorge onto a few enemies. A massive shove pushes Stitches away. I don't know if they really wanted that right there. The big red button coming through. Slam onto the ground as well. Top Gun seems to be fine. Mojo still trying to get out of here. Divine Storm from the Uther. That's going to be Kel'Thuzad locked up against the wall. The stasis from Nazeebo. Nazeebo damage is so very good in this late game, and it seems like Top Gun and friends will all be taken down. Greymane lunges in, and that is going to be a... Come on, Stream Deck.
Team kill!
Alright. Uther, I believe, does not have his redemption. You might be like, how is Kel'Thuzad back? He had his phylactery. What a long game. It's Alterac. Alterac feels like it, kind of like Tomb, where it's like it's either super short or super long. Big hook from press forward. Hustler gonna try and get out of here. Stitches gets the kill. A true
team kill
to wrap up map number 2 in this best of 5 series. GG, well played. Shout out to the one Twitch viewer who said GG 7.5 minutes ago. Find out which house is yours and then personally unscrew every single one of your outlet covers. Why do you... What? Why do you have outlet covers? Why does Kaimo have outlet covers? Are the birds sticking forks in the outlets? How many base stacks from Nazebo? He had 295. So definitely 200 or more. Alright, we're going to roll out some ads, and I will get us into map number 2 in just a moment. There's some stats if you want to see them, actually. There you go.
Facility powering up.
We're about to begin.
Was the pizza the friends we made along the way? No, because I cannot eat my friends. Left side of the map is going to be the members of Came From Behind, with a Huckett Rhaegar, Greek Freezer Kael'thas, Hustler on the Garrosh, Top Gun Zul'jin, and Mojo Dahaka. Bit of role swapping on this team. Last game literally had Hustler is playing Kael'thas, Greek played 2 games of Stukov. Weird. Okay, so a very, very flexible team right there. Winter's Coming has got a Google Me Junkrat, Jason Thrall, Press Forward to Nubarak, as well as a Pat Uther and Drevis on the Kira. But as I mentioned, we have a Twitch prediction for the Zul'jin. Oh, I didn't know there was a Crash Lightning. We could have done that. Oh, well, it's a Reckless Zul'jin level 1. What will his stacks be at the end of the game? Will he have 175 or more, 174 or less? We are not looking at this number here. We're looking at this number over here. Oh, it's Dr. Eves? Oh, okay. How am I supposed to know that? They don't have a random capitalized letter in their name. It's not like Pat Lesta. Or like Grigfrizer, you know? Anyways. Press Forward is going to be taking a heck load of damage here. We do have Nerubian armor level 1, so when that Carapace is activated, 65 spell armor. It is a Crash Lightning Thrall. So we'll see if he's able to finish that out by the end of the game. But we have a Twitch prediction for the Zul'jin stackage, because I thought that'd be fun for a map like this. Kira versus Dahaka in top lane. Drag lands. Kira's going to take a couple tower shots. Grapple hook away. Revolving sweep. Denied by a Burrow of Dahaka. Another Carnage thrown in right there as well. Okay, sorry. Skimming chat there for a second. Groundbreaker onto 2. Nubrak burrows in. Concussion Mine on the point. No charge for the Zerg currently. A lot of damage onto the Zul'jin. Top Gun trying to back away. And it looks like this Zul'jin will be fine. Concussion Mine looking for some sort of displacement. Can't find anything. We do have the bottom beacon held currently by Came From Behind. Top beacon held by Winter's Coming. A Gravity Lapse onto Press Forward, who answers back into Garrosh with a Impale. No level 4 on either side just yet. Just want to peek back into the top lane. Uther with only 4 stacks on Hammer the Lightbringer level 1. Struggling with that questing talent there. As a Groundbreaker onto Press Forward does connect, and that'll be First Blood over to the side of Came From Behind. So my brain started combining the 2 names. I was like, Winter from Behind. Did Pat heal all game? I believe Pat has played a healer in all 3 games. Last game was the Rhaegar, map 1 I forget, but I'm pretty sure they were the healer on map 1. I know for sure they were the Rhaegar last game. That one I know for sure. Zerg waves have been channeled to both sides. We have got 100% in favor for Came From Behind. Winter's Coming with a small 18% pushing into the top lane with the Kira. Let's see what though happens in bottom. Concussion Mine from Junkrat. Rhaegar lunging into the fort front gate. Top Gun with about 50% HP. Just throwing in as many axes as possible. A toss. No Warlord challenge, of course, but a huge body block onto Google Me. Honestly, godlike body blocking right there from Hustler. A little flame strike out from Kael'thas. The objective phase is pushed in through the fort front gate. The Guardians approaching. Still have a decent Zerg wave and minion wave sieging onto the bottom lane fort. This will be bottom fort guaranteed. Dahak has cleared out top and saved most, if not all, of his fort front gate. Wow. This will be a quick one. I like Twitch chat just calling games. Like when Twitch chat on Alterac Pass called the map, like called GG at like 20 minutes, and then the map went to like 27 minutes. Like, just... Zul'jin and friends step up into top lane. They're gonna start working on the fort front gate up against Kira, and it does not seem like she's gonna be able to do much about this. Waiting for the Anub'arak, Thrall, and Junkrat to rotate up to top lane. Uth is still working on his level 1. I think he's getting those autos off the minion wave in bottom. Little Impale, Concussion Mine displaces Mojo. We have a nice Flame Strike onto Press Forward, who dives back onto Mojo. Groundbreaker from Garrosh. Still chunking onto this Anub'arak. I don't think he's got a well up and available. It does seem like our Thrall will be able to tap, and maybe we see a re-engage. Uther's up here, as well as the Junkrat. No one in bottom lane from either side. But Dahaka with the enhanced agility, 2 stacks on that. Gonna tap a couple bushes and head over for the camp on the left-hand side. I'm assuming he's got Brush Talk after this into the bottom. Yeah, I assume it'll be something like that. Kira's already heading down there to pick up experience. The wave is pushed up a little bit, but it doesn't seem like she's actually gonna push that wave up at all. She's gonna let that experience kind of chill further forward in the lane, so that way if anyone wants to push the lane, they have to step a little too far out, and maybe there's something they can capitalize on top of this with. Keck W, GG. Yep, there it is. Chat calling GG. Alright, so all 4 camps have been grabbed. Bruiser and Siege. Boss is still up and available. Objective phase should be announced momentarily. Until then, it seems like we have Dahaka Kira back in bottom lane, and the core 4 now in top. So lanes have been swapped between the two sides. 15 regeneration globes on the Kael'thas, 8 groundbreaker stacks for the Garrosh, 11 stacks currently for our Zul'jin. If you are wondering, that is going to be a total of 58 stacks for the Twitch believers or doubters. There's the beacon activation. Anub'arak has the burrow charge to safety. Us are taking a couple tower shots, as well as some damage from Google Me. Groundbreaker goes fishing. Some twin cleave action as well. No Arcanite Axe level 7. We are going to be seeing... Oh, hold on. The Anub'arak is thrown out of position. Cleansed by the Rhaegar. Burrow charges to safety away. I thought that Anub'arak was going to get bursted down, but the Living Bomb was the last little bit of damage to tick over on him. Actually, that Flame Strike, but it don't matter. Top beacon held currently by the side of Came From Behind. Winter's coming. We'll have bottom lane with that Kira. Still seems like Kira's doing a good job pushing up against Mojo Dahaka. Brad burrows in, lands the Impale. There's a cleanse and Indomitable onto Garrosh. A Gravity Lapse from Kael'thas goes out, but no one found with that. Oh, that's going to be a kill from Zul'jin and Garrosh into the Uther. Concussion Mine displaces Huckett, but jumps into Ghost Wolf form and is able to get away. But I don't know about this Anub'arak from this dive in from Anub'arak. Press Forward goes down. Thrall goes down as well. I'm not too sure about that engagement from the side of Winter's Coming. I don't know what they were trying to do there, but it definitely did not go their way. And now 10 Talontiers here on the left-hand side. Isolation, Tostitos, as well as a Warlord's Challenge, Ancestor Healing, and I assume a Phoenix from Kael'thas. 16 Crash Lightning stacks on our Thrall, 0 Frostwolf packs at level 4. Frostwolf pack stacks, there we go. 40 for the Taster Explosions of our Junkrat, 59 on the Hammer of the Lightbringer for Uther, and Dahaka with 3 stacks of Enhanced Agility. Also, our Zul'jin has been stacking up quite a bit here, 114 currently. So he's got the 1.1 range increase, and he's nearing the Twin Revolve on the Cleave. Alright, well, Regeneration Globes have been finished out for Kael'thas, or at least the activatable portion of his Arcane Berry. He can, of course, overstack on all of that. Zerg Wave, once again, favorable to it Came From Behind. Winter's coming, setting up for a defense. Dahaka heading to bottom lane. Looks like Kira is going to join the allies in top lane, I do believe. Yeah, she's rotating in for that. We didn't really talk about Heroics on the right side. By the way, I was wrong. It's Pyroblast at level 10 for Kael'thas. I assumed he was going to go into Phoenix for the extra siege. Riptire from Junkrat. Get some damage into the wave here. We have Unrelenting Strikes, Divine Shield, Cocoon, and Sundering for the Thrall. Looking at the Kira on the left-hand side. This will be a Cocoon onto Garrosh, revolving sweep. They're focusing on the Top Gun. Toss Dingo's activated. Ancestral Healing comes out. The Unrelenting Strikes will find Rhaegar. Pyroblast from Kael'thas chases down this Junkrat, but he won't be picked off. Thrall level 4 stacks are reset, as well as Uther going down. Zul'jin was picked off. Kira also taken down. It's a 1-for-3 favoring the side of Came From Behind, as the Guardians will be able to summon those Bile Drops. 2 Guardians, which outrange structures, are alive. Dahaka and the rest are pushing into this top lane keep. Twitch chat calling GG again. Nubrak burrows in. There's going to be a root from Thrall. He picks up 1 stack on his level 4. Top keep has gone down. A toss Groundbreaker combination on press forward. This Nubrak needs to get out of here. He's going to throw down an Impale. And he's got the zooms from level 4 with the Shed Exoskeleton. Mojo caught out. Uther's done with his level 1. Gravity Labs doesn't find him press forward. Who burrow charges in and lands the... Oh my god, lands the burrow charge Impale. Kael'thas answers back with a Flame Strike. Zul'jin gets the kill. And it's still, I mean, it's 2 for 1. The Zerg Wave, by the way, there's still 1 Guardian. There it is. Guardians, no, actually, it's the 1 Hydra. Alright, Hydras are cleared away. Guardians are out. It's 9-3 in kills, 13-12 in levels, and it's all favoring the side of Came From Behind. Nice Divine Shield on self-cast Divine Shield. Brushstock in from the Dahaka. Zul'jin taking a heckload of damage. Toss Dingo activated, trying to pick up more stacks and maybe take down Pat. The Twin Cleave gets the kill, but Zul'jin still goes down. Ghost heals onto a few allies around. The Riptire looking for Mojo. A Nubrak burrow charge, and the Riptire, with the help of a Nubrak, takes down Dahaka. I feel like every time Twitch chat calls GG and they're wrong, they should be gifting subs. I feel like that's a fair trade, right? Twitch chat's wrong, they have to gift subs. Easy. Revolving sweep into the Unrelenting Strikes. Big ol' slap damage onto that Rhaegar as Nubrak burrows in and finds the kill. That's going to be Garrosh going down the right side of our screen as well. And now we have camp invaded, and this will be going into top lane, favoring the side of Winter is Coming. But the game is good. We're not wrong. Okay, all right. Now, okay, all right. You know what I mean, Stark. Oh no, the Cyclones! No! I think they were buffed recently. Again. I just assume the Cyclones are always getting buffed in StarCraft 2. Alrighty, well, either way, we'll be seeing this camp on the right grabbed. Archangel for the bottom lane as well. And beacons will open up in 10 seconds. Until then, what's the game plan? It's a 3-kill difference, and the experience is kind of close between both sides. Cocoon onto Garrosh. Revolving sweep doesn't find a target right there. Flame Strike underneath this Cocoon as well. Enemy toss onto Kira. Divine Shield with the Unrelenting Strikes is absolutely massive. A Nubrak burrow charges and the Riptire comes through as well. Tostitos was activated by Zul'jin, and he went down to about 6 HP. They're all looking to chase in. And Junkrat with the extra damage. The Sundering from Thrall, but he doesn't have a way to close the distance, I guess.
Red team's core is under
Dahaka's currently pushing things up in top lane, trying to end for the allies. We have Kira heading to top beacon. Uther holds bottom. And the wave has crashed at the core again, but Dahaka, he's got to get on out of here. Zerg, by the way, Zerg Pen, by the way, is filling up in top lane for the side of Came From Behind, or for Winter's Coming. Came From Behind will be in the bottom lane. Triple Cyclone on core. Dahaka's currently harassing onto Kira. Lands a drag. What's Kira going to be doing here? Isolation connects as well. The sustained damage is pretty good. Does Kira have a activation of her Blood Craze or anything like that? Can she bleed out Mojo? No, but here comes the rest of the allies, and a Nubrak burrow charges in, the Uther stuns, and Dahaka does go down. 18% was lost off the core in top lane from those triple Cyclones. Jason has come back and cleared things away. We've got 16 talents here. Garrosh will hold bottom lane, or at least will grab bottom lane. So we only have 64% charged here on the right. No channel for the members of Came From Behind. And maybe they can come from behind in this game. We'll have to see. Steel Trap finds the Garrosh. 2 minutes on boss. So 13, 14, 15, 15:45 in game time roughly. Gravity Lapse. There's also a Cocoon onto the Rhaegar. I thought I saw Pyroblast activation, but that is Kael'thas taken down. Yeah, 10 seconds on that Pyroblast. Riptire chasing onto Huckett. Won't be able to get a kill, but the kill into Kael'thas is pretty big right there. Kira starts heading towards the bottom lane objective. Nubrak will Dahaka brush stocks to top. So they're gonna trade these between top and bottom. Garrosh finds a Steel Trap in the bush. Concussion Mine will push him into the enemy team. Jason being thrown out of position. Nubrak burrows in. The Ancestor Healing will come out onto Hustler. Here comes Kira trying to find a flank. Revolving sweep. Big kick. The unrelenting strikes. They're focusing on Zul Jin, who gets the ally toss away. Meanwhile, the Rhaegar does go down. Oh my god, the grapple hook. Max range. Grapple hook at max range finds this Garrosh, but now a drag from Dahaka is the answer. The Dostingo activation. She wants the damage over time, and they get it. Dahaka and Zul'jin fall, but Kael'thas lands a massive gravity lapse, takes down Uther. We have an enemy toss. Thrall activates his Wind Fury, trying to get away. Lands a root, did finish out as level 4. 25 of 30 stacks for the Crash Lightning. And the Zerg wave in top is 100%, but it still has a fort to go through, as well as a whole tower and one tower on like a 1% HP. Something. This will be a fast map. 15 minutes. Now we're 15 minutes in, yeah. Real fast map, chat. Real fast map. Okay. 2 kill difference. About a level lead over to the side of Winter is coming. Zerg wave mostly cleared out. We have a couple Guardians getting some range shots in. Seems like that'll be cleared away. For those Twitch predictors wondering, Zul'jin is currently 236 stacks, so the believers for Zul'jin will be paid out at the end of the game. I don't believe there's a way for him to lose stacks, unlike Nazeebo. There's a Nubrak finding the Cocoon into Kael'thas. A bit of pressure onto Zul'jin as well. The isolation onto Kira. Sundering from Thrall as well. Here comes a Riptire looking for Huckett, but that self-cast Ancestral will come out in time. Kael'thas gets a little chunked right there. Hustler trying to back away. That should be a kill into the Warlord, and yes, Garrosh goes down. Thrall finding the kill. Next objective phase shouldn't be far off from an announcement. Boss, by the way, is up and available. Do they want to go for this with the 39 seconds of death timer on Garrosh? It does look like yes. Learning that Twitch chat doesn't know what to talk about. Oh, I've known that for years. That's no new information to me. Nubrak burrows onto the siege camp just below, finds the Rhaegar, and forces that camp to be leashed. That's a lot of damage onto this Kael'thas, who's trying to back away. Jason almost gets the kill. Huckett. Uh-oh, that might be a concussion mine to get the kill into Rhaegar. The burrow charge from Nubrak lands a little bit more CC, and the auto attacks from the Mandibles will connect. 29 stacks of Crash Lightning for our Thrall. And 115 on the Taste for Explosions. Indomitable activation. There's a Cocoon onto the Garrosh. They're going to focus onto the keep through bottom lane. Next objective phase for the side of Winter's Coming would come through the bottom. Dahaka uses his burrow. Has the level 4 as well, Lurker Strain, to bot back the enemies and such. And actually went in for the pack leader level 20. We don't see that, or level 16. We don't see that very often. Uh-oh. Garrosh stepped out and absolutely gets punished for just one toe out the door a little too far. Imagine, think you're smarter than Twitch chat. Well, at least I can talk in coherent sentences. Nailed it! 20 talents on the right side. We are going to be seeing the cannonballs for our Junkrat as well as the Sundering upgrade for Thrall with the World Breaker. Man, remember when World Breaker literally went across the entire map? That was amazing. We have the Silent Killer for Kira, as well as the Bulwark of Light, and that is Rewind to Nubrek. Silent Killer is really cool, though. Hitting enemy heroes with Unrelenting Strike silences them for 0.5 seconds and reduces his cooldown by 3 seconds. Baseline cooldown, for those that don't know, is 60. All right. It's official. Dr. Eves is him. What are you talking about? You've said that like 2 times already.
The Zerg headed our way are much more numerous than the other batch, and I'm trapped in here. Save me!
20s on both sides. Presence of mind for our Kael'thas. Okay.
Blue team's core.
No flame, but there hasn't really been like any value from Pyroblast this game. I don't think it's gotten a kill. There's going to be Zerg Wave coming in through bottom lane. That's an Ancestor healing onto our Dahaka. That's a huge toss from Garrosh. Divine Shield spread to so many allies with the level 20 upgrade. And Top Gun trying to back away. This will be Kira taken down. The core shielding's going as well. That's going to be Greek Freezer out as well. Zerg Wave is still at 49%. The core shielding and such as drop. Zul'jin tries to get the autos in, but it doesn't matter. The Nexus forces take down Zul'jin, and this will be map number 3 in our best of 5. Going over to the side of Winter is coming. GG, well played.
Commence combat preparations.
All right, map number 4 in this best of 5 series. On the left-hand side, we have Came From Behind, who, let's see if they can come from behind in the series. Maybe they could find a 2-2 score and take us to the illustrious map number 5. We're going to find out. We have a Huckett Brightwing, Greek Freezer May, Mr. Hustler on the Medivh, Top Gun Vala, and Mojo Deathwing. Right side of the map is going to be Winter's Coming with a Press Forward to Nubrek, Jason Malthiel, Pat on the Rhaegar, Dr. Eves on your Dahaka, and Google Me Nazebo. So, we have our Medivh baseline questing talent, which is going to be Arcane Rift. Will he finish this by the end of the game? We have a Winds of Celery for our Medivh. Interesting. Little poke from Brightwing going into Greater Polymorph level 1. Heat transfer. We've got also our Krita the Hunter for the Vala. Draconic Might, I believe. Yeah, Molten Blood is the other one. It looks the same, but it's red. Pandemic for the Nazebo. Look at that. Nexus Gaming Series.
You got paid?
Thank you. Thank you for the brand new Tier 1 sub. Thank you so much, Nexus Gaming Series. First sub of the day! That's not true. Actually, our first sub of the day was technically Google Me. It's been a couple hours. I actually thought that was our first sub. Icing in from the May, trying to poke here and there. By the way, we do have our Fear the Reaper for Malthiel, Nerubian Armor on Nubarek, as well as the Colossal Totem Rhaegar. Enhanced Agility for Dahaka. I'm not the biggest fan of Dahaka on this map. I just don't think there's a lot of value that he can really glean from the bushes, from his trade range, from like brush stalking or anything like that. Like, if you think about it, if Dahaka wanted to enter into the top lane objective area, the closest he can brush stalk in is literally the Bidec emitter area, which is a little unfortunate. It's not like a horrible map for Dahaka, it just feels like Enhanced Agility doesn't get that much value. I mean, there are taps of bushes between mid and bottom and stuff like that, so you can get the movement speed augment, you know, from these little bushes here, and then you could get another one all the way over here when you're moving up towards top lane, but I don't feel like Dahaka gets as much value. I would have liked to see him go into, like, Tissue Regeneration level 1 or something for more sustainability. Either way, though, we'll have to see how things unfold. Top Gun, the Vala, did go into Creed of the Hunter level 1, and that's going to be on 26 stacks. Our Medivh with 16 baseline Arcane Rift stacks. And that is our Twitch prediction if he will finish this by the end of the game or not. Fortification camp grabbed on the right side. We do have a portal set up by Medivh trying to chase down press forward. Icing in from the Mei, the Blizzard comes down, the Molten Flame, and that is going to be Vala with the help of Deathwing cooking up a Nubarak. First blood over to the left side of Came From Behind. Promising start in map number 4 of this best of 5 series.
We've redesigned our trigger for combat in the Nexus. Prepare to begin field testing.
Oh, thank you again, Nexus Gaming Series. I appreciate it. Okay. We'll be seeing our... No! I thought they were going to go for Biotic Emitter here. Not going to be the case whatsoever. We'll see Siege Camp grab for top lane. Nazeebo with the Blood Ritual level 4. Already at 40 stacks on that baseline. Nicely done from Nazeebo. Biotic Emitter being poked at by Mr. Hustler, trying to get some stackage on that baseline Arcane Rift, but I don't think any were found. This will be our control point A opening up in... Oh, it is open up already. Sorry, I thought I was hearing the counter for it, but no. No channel potential. Dahaka just heading down towards bottom lane. This is going to be our Nazeebo resetting for full mana. Top lane Siege Camp picked up on the right, already cleared away as well. So I was looking for it on the minimap, and I was like, oh, no, they grabbed it, and it was already cleared away. It didn't find any value into the fort front gate in top lane. Deathwing and Dahaka in bottom lane, still just kind of brawling back and forth. Dahaka not trying to land, well, I guess trying to land the drag because it does deal damage. And actually, drag does significant amount of damage, realistically. Yeah, 211 damage. If you take the level 7, which we don't see very often, the Gambit quest, at like level 16, when you finish your drag and everything, you deal like almost 1,000 damage. It's kind of wild. It's absolutely wild if you can get to level 16 and you don't obviously lose any of your Gambit stacks for the questing talent. But we don't see it very often. There's like maybe 1 or 2 EU players I've seen that take it. I don't think there's anyone in NA that I've noticed taking it. Biotic Emitter, Fortification Camp, the objective phase in mid lane is being contested. The Cryo Freeze from Mei delays some of this damage out, but immediately Jason dives in with the help of Rhaegar. They chunk Mei. The Phase Shift from Brightwing will be activated as well. Objective phase, though. Well, it looks like the channel goes over to the side of Winter is Coming. Came from behind. We'll back away, tap well, get some mana, get some HP, and re-engage here. Brack burrows in, landing the Impale, cleanse on to our Medivh from Brightwing, I think Soothing Misactivation. Dahaka goes fishing for a drag, none to be found. And we'll just start heading back down towards bottom lane. Level 10s are almost here, so we're going to cycle through the other numbers. Medivh throwing out some more Arcane Rifts. There's going to be a little bit more of those Nazeebo Toads going out. A couple autos from Vala. She does have the Hot Pursuit, trying just to get more stackage. I don't know if she's gotten a level, like, 1% yet on her level 1. We'll see once the stats are done cycling at the bottom of her screen. But came from behind, a little bit behind in experience, but they're able to get the first Dragonite. They're going to put a giant dragon inside the... Did I say Dragonite? Sorry. They're going to put Deathwing inside the Triglav Protector. It's kind of funny that Deathwing can kind of fit in the driver's seat. But the Triglav will be grabbed. It gets the Fort Front Gate in mid. They're going to throw down some of that line laser on the ground. A couple of those rocket gloves as well. Sorry, I'm trying to remember all the Triglav ability baseline names. Nazeebo zombie walls going out. Don't think we're going to be seeing much value into the top lane Fort Front Gate. More rocket gloves, another laser out as well. And this will be objective phase number 1 over. I don't know about this Dahaka. He's going to pop Essence. I think he's dead, though. Ancestral just in time. Beautifully done. Deathwing caught inside the Nazeebo zombie wall. Has to use Cataclysm to get away. Oh my god, I thought Deathwing was dead there. Medivh baseline stackage is done, so Twitch predictors can feel relieved that their 1,400 channel points are safe. Cocoon, Last Rites, Ancestral, Isolation, and our Gargantuan. On the opposing side, Ice Wall, Leyline Seal, Rain of Vengeance. I assume it's Blink Heal, and it is. And what is our Deathwing going to be doing? Will he go into Bellowing Roar, or does he go for the Cataclysm upgrade? I feel like it's going to be Bellowing Roar. Camp on the right side will be grabbed. Still a pretty close game. Icing from May. Beautiful timing onto this Dahaka. What the heck? That timing of the icing, nicely done. Vala gets the kill. 98 stacks for her. She's 2 away. She has not gone down. There's been 0 deaths on the left side. Only 2 kills. And I believe both of them are into Dahaka, right? 1 into Dahaka, 1 into a Nubrak. Right, yes. Nubrak got blown up in top lane. And honestly, thanks to the Draconic Might, if Deathwing didn't have Draconic Might, when that Cataclysm, when he got caught inside the zombie wall and then had to use Cataclysm to back away, that surely would have been a dead Deathwing. The burst damage was so very high. All right, Control Point B is opening up in roughly a minute to 2 minutes, I believe. So until then, Dahaka keeps working on bottom lane. We'll see the Core 4 doing rotations. We'll also be seeing Siege camps to be grabbed. As I'm about to say, this one should be off cooldown soon. 25 to go. And Nazebo continues to work through his baseline stackage. He's going to be going into our Pandemic level 1, as I mentioned. Also does have the Toge of Hugeness at 7. 5 stacks for our Dahaka level 1. Did go into the Hero Stalker as well as the Feeding Frenzy. Oh, Lava Burst from Deathwing gets some damage onto the fort here in mid. Now Theo clears out the wave quite quickly. Earth Shatter gets a stun onto 2. Jason and Pat both have a item to utilize here. Biotic Emitter as well as a Fortification Camp. And Huckett, the Brightwing, with a Fortification Camp as well. Alright, so Deathwing and friends. It looks like they're going to focus on bottom lane siege. Okay. I mean, a lot of the enemies are showing in top lane off that minion wave, so why not? Dahaka shows in mid, so they're going to try and get bottom lane opened up, and I don't blame them. Control Point C is a fairly popular Triglav to try and push through the bottom lane, so if they can open this up and then get Control Point C Triglav, they could be on a game-winning push, or at least a keep-winning push. In top lane, though, Gargantuan's been summoned, Siege Camp is here, and this is going to be top lane fort going down. On the opposing side, if you get Control Point B, Triglav, and you go top lane keep, and you take this down, you've now got consistent catapult pressure when Control Point C opens up, and then you're kind of putting the enemy team on a bit of a timer. Early game catapults, of course, they don't just push and win, but still, that lane will be shoved in towards the core a little bit faster, and focus a little bit of macro out from the enemies. We'll have to see how it all unfolds. Jason, the Malthael, still holding top lane, or at least holding onto the Control Point B. Oh, Cav, wow, oh man, I'm gonna lose sleep over that tonight. Oh my gosh. Say it ain't, Cav, say it ain't so. I don't feel sorry for Sony, I feel sorry for the developers that lost their job because Sony doesn't know how to focus on a game properly. Or create a game. I don't know, man. It's almost like if Sony were to just like listen to what people want and they just made those games, people would be happy. It's almost like that. It's almost like that. That's crazy though. Control Point B, 48% over on the right side for Winter is coming, and it looks like Deathwing will just be he's just gonna be chilling. No need to do anything, just going to be hanging out on that control point. Getting some charge for the next Triglav as a mid lane wave is pushed up, but Top Gun and Freezer are here to clear out the wave with the help of Huckett Brightwing. Medivh still scouting above. Does have his baseline done. 100 stacks on the dot for Vala, so she's got 2%. A game developer listening to... No. I'm not talking about a game developer. I'm talking about a studio, like PlayStation or Blizzard. The game developers very much listen to the community. It's just that they don't get to implement the things that the community wants because, at the end of the day, the developer isn't the one who gets the final say. It's the shareholders. Nope. I'm sure Kyle Dates wanted to do a lot of things in Heroes of Storm, but he was not allowed to. Deathwing and May jump inside the Triglav. This does go over to the side of Came From Behind. 2-0 in kills, 15-16, favoring the side of Winter's Coming. And this Triglav in top lane gets like no value. Nazebo and the rest of this squad are able just to clear this out. The gate goes down. That's cool, I guess. Dahaka, meanwhile, in bottom lane is pushing up onto the fort front gate. And this is a bit rough. Deathwing's actually left the Triglav at this point. Okay. Alright, even talent here, Temporal Flux, we're going to see Greater Polymorph with the Unstable Anomaly as well as the Critterize level 16. Manticore Favala is pretty big. Cataclysm from Deathwing, that was a really weird interaction, but Last Rites finds... That's so weird. I think it's the Molten... I think there's like a weird animation with the Deathwing protected from the Draconic Might that's causing that, because like that animation is weirdly staggered, and that's the second time I've seen it this game. Anyways, Biotic Emitter goes down on the ground from the side of Winter's Coming. Zebo with a few more jars full of spiders and some toads to be thrown in. They want to take down mid lane fort, and it looks like they will be able to do so. Oh, great polymorph from Brightwing as Dahaka was looking for the drag. But Winter is coming. Starting to rally here in map number 4. Excuse me. Leyline Seal. Malthael avoids it. Spiders get thrown out, but there's a little bit of overlap on some of these heroics or basic abilities. Oh, that's a great zombie wall. Goodbye, Mr. Hustler. No, the Medivh lives. He had a force of will. Anubarak's the one to go down. Malthael picked off as well. Molten Flame from Mojo. Oh, no. Wow. Just wow. Nazebo's done with his Toads level 1. He might be done with his life bar as well. Deathwing gets taken down by Rhaegar on the left side. That's a... Oh my god, that amount of damage. Huckett's got to be careful. Dahaka wants to find something. Lands the drag. The Ancestral from Rhaegar does connect. The Leyline Seals just before, or just after that. Top Gun Vala does go down. Huckett now trying to back away. Force of will from Medivh, but that's going to be May picked off on the right side. 4-4 in kills. A 3-2 trade. And Control Point C should be announced pretty soon. Wow. Just wow.
I'm getting another terminal ready for you.
So, my understanding is that the relationship is similar to book publishing. I do not know. I mean, literally, From Software has quite literally said, hey, we'd love to make Bloodborne or something related to it. The, Miyazaki has literally said, right? Miyazaki has literally said that he wants to do it, but there was like an interview like 2 months ago where he basically alluded to the fact that the reason that there is no game is because PlayStation will not allow them to do it. From Software and the developers, like, they all want to do something with Bloodborne in that universe, but they can't, so... And they didn't say directly why, but they kind of alluded to the fact that it's essentially out of their hands because it's Sony's decision or something. You can find the article somewhere. It popped up on my newsfeed for like 2 weeks straight because it was about Bloodborne. So my phone's like, oh, would you like all the new news? Even though there's nothing new? And I'm sure that every studio and all that kind of stuff is slightly different some way, somehow. I'm sure there's differences between like fully owning the IP and just being the studio that worked on it, but the IP is owned by another blah 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 entity. I think there's a lot of layers to this onion, and I don't think we can just peel one back and understand it. Vala hit with a cocoon. Deathwing drops down from the sky. Leyline seal from Medivh will find only one target, that being the Malthael. The Gargantuan's been summoned. We have Nazebo with full stackage, by the way. And so he's got the level 20 Vile Infection upgrade. Toads are done. We have Farseer's Blessing, Contagion. We have the buyback for Malthael and Rewind for a Nubarak. May pops the Cryo Freeze as Nubarak was trying to make something happen here. By the way, meanwhile in top lane, the Catapult is being body blocked by all these siege shots, but still, Keep is going down to about 20% HP when this minion wave arrives. It looks like the Deathwing will go clear that out in top lane as well. A polymorph, that's not... Oh, the blink heal from Hucket's really good. The Leyline seal goes out, but this is still going to be Keep in bottom lane, taken down by the members of Winter's Coming, who are just slowly pushing in towards core. Shielding is dropped. Zebo's zombie wall was used as well. You can see that damage over time on the bar. Nubarak burrows in, lands the Impale. The isolation bops or splashes over to a second ally, or second enemy. Drag from Dahaka is pretty good onto the Vala. The last rights. Goodbye, Vala. Ancestral healing utilized here as well. Nazebo currently on core with Gargantuan, and he is just focused on this win for his allies. A Molten Flame from Deathwing. Zones for a moment, but this is looking like our best of 5 series is going to be a victory for the members of Winter's Coming. They take the series 3-1. GG. Well played. Well, we are 11 subs away from December Baharas. If you're feeling generous, if you're enjoying the stream here, if you have a Prime Gaming, if you'd like to support the stream, as I said, subs keep us bringing you HOTS content. Okay. Thank you, Ash Mantle. God, this alert's long.